A 17-year-old is now charged with murdering her mother and stepfather in Carrollton.
She smiled while sitting in court, accused of murdering her own parents. No handcuffs, no tears, just calm. Her lawyers said there was no weapon, no physical evidence, no proof. Bond looked guaranteed. Then the prosecution called one witness. A woman stood up, crying, and begged the judge with just 5 words. Please don't let her out.
I not only lost my brother, but also my sister-in-law. With all of this in mind, I am deeply concerned about Jaylee's safety should the defendant be released on bond. I ask you, please consider the following factors when deciding whether to grant a bond.
The courtroom went silent. By the end of the hearing, the smile was gone. Because what police found inside that house and what her phone revealed tells a very different story.
Kristen Brock's 17-year-old daughter, Sarah Grace Patrick, has been taken into custody.
What happened inside a quiet Georgia home on February 20th, 2025, left 2 adults dead, a 5-year-old child forever changed, and a teenager at the center of a case that keeps getting darker. This is the case of Sarah Grace Patrick. And the truth may not be what it first appeared to be.
First at 4, after a months-long investigation, law enforcement now says they know who killed a Carroll County couple found shot to death back in February.
If you follow true crime built on evidence, court testimony, and verified reporting, subscribe now, because this case is still unfolding. "7:15 a.m. 1531 Tyus Road, Carrollton, Georgia. A 6-year-old child walked into her parents' bedroom. What she found would haunt her for the rest of her life. Both parents lay motionless, blood pooled around their bodies. No movement, no response. Her screams broke the silence. Minutes later, her older sister Sarah called 911.
My 5-year-old niece was then woke up to find their parents lifeless. The trauma this innocent child will carry for the rest of her life is unfathomable.
Trying to calm a terrified child while standing inside a room where 2 people had been executed. Deputies arrived to a scene frozen in time. Both victims were dead from gunshot wounds. But what officers didn't see raised more questions than answers. No broken doors, no shattered windows, no signs of a struggle. The victims appeared to have been shot while sleeping. This wasn't random. This wasn't rushed. Whoever did this knew the house.
There's no indication that she had access to any firearms. Further, the court could order that she not have access or touch or be around or in the home with any firearms or anything like that.
Knew the timing, knew exactly what they were doing. Investigators quietly asked a chilling question. What if the threat never came from outside? And the answer was already inside the home. To neighbors, the Brocks were everything a family should be. Church-going, active in the community, a blended family building a new life together. Sarah was described as respectful, well-behaved, trusted. From the outside, nothing appeared broken.
No, they loved her. They still love her. They ask about her all the time when I go up there.
Sarah Grace first came to Catalyst around a year ago. She didn't just show up on Sundays, she came during the week as well, asked questions, served, invited others, including her boyfriend at the time.
But investigators know something the public often forgets. The most dangerous fractures are the ones no one sees. James Brock suffered from severe heart disease. He lived with an LVAD, a device designed to emit a loud, unmistakable alarm during emergencies. That alarm had nearly cost him his life years earlier. Inside the home, everyone knew that sound, and according to Sarah, she heard it the night of the murders. She says it went off 10 to 20 minutes before she went to sleep, but she didn't check on him. Didn't wake her mother, didn't call for help. Then she slept through multiple gunshots. Investigators did not believe this story.
We do know that there were multiple gunshots to both Jamie and Kristen.
Days after the killings, Sarah returned to school, calm, cooperative.
During the time that she was with you, was she attending school?
She actually worked really hard and graduated a year early.
At the memorial, she delivered a eulogy, controlled, emotional, composed.
I was so used to you guys always being here. I didn't have a single clue how much I needed you until now.
Some found it powerful. Others felt something was off. Because while grief has no rule book, this case would soon reveal something else entirely. Sarah's phone told a different story. Forensic analysts uncovered searches and messages prosecutors later called significant. Then came TikTok posts, emotional videos, public grief. And then, messages sent privately to true crime creators. Requests to cover the murders. Suggestions the story could blow up. One creator later said the case was described as a big hit. Screenshots were saved. Authorities were notified. The tragedy wasn't fading. It was being marketed.
It is very possible, because this remains an open and ongoing investigation, that more arrests and charges could be made.
When investigators reviewed Sarah's statements, contradictions surfaced. She remembered the alarm, but not the gunshots. She noticed danger, but took no action. Every answer raised another question, and every question narrowed the focus. Nearly 4 months after the murders, the case broke open. In July 2025, an arrest warrant was issued. Sarah turned herself in, charged with 2 counts of murder. At the bond hearing, her defense insisted she posed no threat. Then the victim's family spoke. One by one.
I miss my father deeply. I wish I could see him again. I wish he could have met his grandson.
Until James Brock's sister took the stand. Her testimony changed the air in the room. And when the judge spoke, the outcome was final. Bond denied. Sarah was led away, no smile this time.
And Miss Patrick, because of that, I'm bound by the law, and I do not believe that you would be a proper candidate for bond.
Prosecutors say more evidence may still come. A jury, not public opinion, will decide what truly happened in that house. But one thing is already clear. This case is no longer about appearances. And the truth may be far darker than anyone imagined. Subscribe and stay tuned by joining us in bringing darkness to light.